Roa back up top. Owen Hiltz, 2 goals on the evening. Griffin Cook with speed. Launches on net. Oh, baby. Griffin Cook's on the board. He's fired up. Syracuse, a double-digit lead inside the dome.
He should be fired up, Zach.
Scott Marr was incensed at that call being reversed, the possession being awarded to Syracuse, giving an earful to the officials.
Let's see if the flag comes out.
He's warning him, saying you better stop or that flag's going to be pulled. Sure enough, it was.
And Marr's been jawing all game.
Orange on the man advantage for a minute. Right in front of the net. That's how you do it. That's number 5. Joey Spallina have a night. 14-7 Cuse.
Bouncing back is something that Joey Spallina has done. Left unmarked once again. No slide, no nothing. Yahtzee. 5 for Spallina. I mean, look at this. Nobody's there. This is one of, if not the best players in lacrosse. And you're leaving him out to dry. Nobody on him. And a reminder, this man advantage is still a thing. It's not releasable for an unsportsmanlike. So you got 48 more seconds for your Syracuse to keep piling it on.
At this point, you think he'll probably also end up on the Torrington watch list too, right?
I sure hope so, because he deserves it. If he keeps having games like this, if he can keep showing out against those tough opponents, he definitely can.
Here come the Orange again. Hilt scores! My goodness, 2 in the blink of an eye. Picked up by the Orange. Went into a slew of SU defenders and could not find any space for a shot. Here come the Orange quickly. With space, racing in, Olsen gives off Emma Ward, a pass in front, Megan Carney. That is Meg Magic. Syracuse a 9-3 lead. Jackson Burtwhistle, he was the only Syracuse player last week to net multiple goals. Says, hey, I'll get things started myself, not wasting any time. Syracuse less than a minute in. You see on your screen the 2 goals, then added a lot on the defensive side too.
This team's got to be physical. If Syracuse wants to have a strong game tonight and an even stronger season, you have to lay out a couple of hits on your opponent.
Rashusa runs all the way back to the defensive third, but secures possession for the Orange. A goal inside the first 35 seconds of action. That's how you get it started after a game where, well, Trey, goals came at a premium in that game against the Catamounts.
And especially after 1 quarter of play. I mean, it was 1-0 Catamounts. Syracuse didn't even get on the board in the first set of 15 last week.
Spallina X finds the dangerous Owen Hiltz. Syracuse sets up shop. Racing in Luke Roa. And that's out of the stick of Carter Kempney, rolling out of bounds, and a turnover. First one forced by the Great Danes.
That's something Gary Gate talked about a lot in our call this week. Limit the turnovers. If they can do that, they'll have a successful weekend.
Elijah Gash all the way in, a long pole goal. You want a response, Great Danes? You got one.
Saw a couple of those at Casey Stadium when these two faced off last season. And this is just picture perfect from Gash. Nobody is on him. He has so many looks there. He has a golden opportunity, takes advantage of it. Going on the weaker side, it's cake for Gash.
He had 2 goals all of last season. How about the response from the Great Danes? 2 sides that, well, went back and forth last season. It was UAlbany that took a 14-12 win. And if this start is any indication, we could be in for another fantastic contest between these 2 local foes. Ball loose and picked up by the leading goal scorer, Graydon Hall. Now in over the restraining line. As the Great Danes trying to take the lead for the first time in this one. Palangin into the offensive third, now racing all the way back to X. Here he comes. That ball out of the stick and poked loose. Thomas Decker couldn't hold on to it. Here come the Orange on the break. Owen Hiltz. What do the Orange decide to do? Carter Rice backing off. Expect with the injury to Brandon Aviles, Carter Rice to play a lot more
and he already had a phenomenal move to take it into the offensive zone for Syracuse. Nice spin move it around midfield. If they score here, look to Rice for some credit.
Michael Leo with speed. Look to try a shot, instead holds on to it. How about the Great Danes with the physicality? That's a turnover. One-to-one the score. Less than 3 minutes in. Great Danes threatening again. It's Graydon Ha. 4 goals last season against the Orange to help UAlbany pick up that upset win, 14-12 at Casey Stadium. UAlbany just 1 for 5, though, to finish the season after that. And that turnover will give Syracuse possession. Orange racing in. Pass in front, shot bounces and over the nets. Great look in front of it. Sam Alexo, who had Syracuse's first goal of the season, and the first goal against Vermont, had the chance.
And he was right at the doorstep. He came out of nowhere, completely unmarked by this UAlbany defense.
A couple of changes for the Orange. Finn Thompson, he gives off to Michael Leo. Leo, the freshman.
Very young group, lots of talent with this young class as well for Syracuse.
Shot on net, that's in! Unbelievable Jackson Burntwhistle making an early statement.